There we go. What's up, guys? Yeah, it's just me tonight. Well, actually, no. Welcome to the wrap-up show. It's Jim. No John as of yet. He is on his way home from like a Macklemore concert. Dude chose a Macklemore concert over Padres Mariners tonight. So we'll get on his ass when he joins the chat a little bit later. But welcome in. Wrap-up show. Solo Jim for a little bit while John is on his way home. The Jim show, yes. Jim flying solo. Jim flying solo right now. Welcome to the little shit show. Yes, John is soft, very soft. Everybody get on in here. Huge win to talk about tonight. Huge, massive, massive win. The Jim show, yes. Yeah. John is the new Jim. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he chose Macklemore tonight. Everyone just give John shit. L concert choice. I agree. What was he thinking? Thanks, Christian. Appreciate you. Yes, Sam, the Jim show is back. What's up, Jorge? Let's go. Jim and Ben. Ben asked me, and Ben was going to jump on, but John is going to be here in a little bit, so I didn't want to have Ben here for like 15 minutes and then John hop on. So, but appreciate that. What's up, everybody? Yeah, Jim, thank you. Appreciate that. Exactly. John who? Who? Thanks, Rich. This was a massive win tonight. This is a massive win. We'll get into everything. Hopping on the chat, super chat feature. If you want to guys send that in, you can. We'll get to your questions. If not, that's okay. If you want to support the channel, appreciate you. There's a lot to get into tonight. A lot to get into. And the first thing that I think needs to be said, it's 2 words. Well, actually, it's 3. 3 words. You fucking Darvish. You fucking Darvish. 3 words. That guy was absolutely amazing tonight. One of his best performances in a Padres uniform when they needed him the most. And he came up huge on the road against a good Seattle Mariners team, a team that's actually been really good of late. And he shoved. I thought that he could have gone 9. He was only at 94 pitches. But I understand what they were doing with Hader there because you need your closer. You need that guy in the postseason. 100%. You need Josh Hader if you expect to go deep in the postseason. If you don't have a closer at the end of games when it matters the most, you're kind of screwed. So I would have probably kept in Darvish, honestly, but bringing in Josh Hader there, I like it, especially because it worked out. Struck out the side, and it feels like Josh Hader is not all the way back, but it feels like the confidence is growing and growing. In the last 4 outings that he's had in 3 outings he had in save opportunities, he's come through. And these have all been pressure-packed games and games that they needed to win. So I thought that was just great. I'm not going to question Bob Melvin for taking out Darvish. Maybe a little bit at the time you're thinking to yourself, why the fuck? Like, really? You're going to take out Darvish at 94 pitches, who is completely shoved for a closer who is still working back to things and still maybe not all right there, but it's different because it's Josh Hader. It's different that you need Josh Hader. You need him. You can't afford to just throw him to the side and say, you know what? Didn't work out. Not happening. Let's get to our first super chat here from the night. 619 Cam. Thank you, man. Says, sup, Jim. Hang a star on Darvish, Hader, and Myers, LFGSD. Yeah, if you're a member, let's get some LFGSDs in the chat here right now while we wait for John. Soft John, who decided to go to a Macklemore concert. It wasn't just a Macklemore concert. It was a Macklemore concert along with Imagine Dragons. And he chose that over the Padres tonight. He told me that he was watching the game on Gamecast in the corner of the concert while his wife was dancing. That, to me, is very soft of him. But thank you for the super chat, Cam. I appreciate you there, man. Yeah, Darvish, amazing. Hader, great ninth. Julio Rodriguez got a hit, but I mean, what are you going to do? If the defensive lineman was lined up a little better there than he's 1, 2, 3 ninth inning, but he still struck out the side. So, sorry, Relationship Girl's dog is like on one right now, and he's like destroying the bed. Oh, this is a train wreck show, and I love it. Perfect. Thank you, 619 Cam. Thank you, Shaka Kyle. Forget John. Call up Martha. Where's she at? Well, look, I would call Marty what's going on. Martha, what's going on? But let's be real here. If I gave her a link, it would take her a little bit to probably figure out how to get on here. And I love Marty. But also I think she would not want to jump on a 10 o'clock reach around. I think she is she wouldn't want to do that. No chance. No chance. Maybe one of these nights. One of these nights we have to get Marty on for sure. If they make the postseason, we need a Marty cameo. We need a Darren cameo. We need an everybody cameo. That's what needs to happen. Yes, Martha on the reach around. That'd be great. She is the originator. By the way, Marty gets all royalties to the phrase reach around show. She is the one that came up with the name. She dubbed us the reach around show like 2 weeks in when we first started this thing 3 years ago. She is the originator of the reach around, if you didn't know. So that just sounds wrong. She's the originator of the reach around. Oh my God. Please, nobody clip that and send it to Marty. Please, nobody do that. Jeez. Oh man. Yeah, reach around at 10 p.m. Yep. Mm-hmm. From Rick. I think the postseason needs to be a live wrap up. Well, we do live. This is live right now. It's 10:12 at night. This is a live wrap up show. I think. Do you mean like a watch party, Rick, or do you mean like we go somewhere and we have everybody join for like to watch the game, then we do a wrap up show later? I mean, I'm down for that. Just got to figure out technical stuff. So, yeah. But all right, let's get into the game here. Well pitched game on both ends, and Will Myers came up with a big 2-out RBI double, and I believe it was the third or fourth inning. Will Myers has been swinging a better bat. I still think he's injured, but I think that from what he was doing to what he's doing now in the last couple weeks here, 3 or 4 weeks, like that's exactly what you want Will Myers to do. And maybe it's because he's more comfortable at first base than he is in the outfield because he's been dealing with a knee issue. So you'd rather have him at fourth inning. Thanks, Jeremiah. It's fourth inning. Maybe he's just better first base. I don't know. But yeah, Will Myers came up with that huge RBI double there. But let's get to if they lost this game, I would have been hammering this moment late in the game. It was the seventh or it had to be the seventh inning. I think it was the seventh inning because Juan Soto drove in that RBI with a rocket in the eighth. So I think it was the seventh. Seventh inning, runners at first and third, less than 2 outs in a 2-1 count. And you call a bunt for Ha-Seong Kim? What the actual fuck? Maybe that was a suicide squeeze. Maybe. And the runner at third, I think it was Libator. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I think it was Libator at third. Someone had to miss a sign. Someone had to have missed a sign because that was ridiculous. I don't understand what. By the way, Mark, John's at a Macklemore concert. He is very soft. He's on his way home right now, and he chose Macklemore over the Padres tonight. So there we go. Yeah, thanks, guys. I see that in the chat. Liberato. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Anyway, he had to have missed the sign. Like, he had to have missed that sign or somebody. Because if that wasn't a Bob Melvin, if that was a just straight up Ha-Seong Kim, I'm going to bunt here. That's one of the worst, decisions I've ever seen. Yep. Mariner, Love, and John. Darnay called it today on the show when we had Darnay on. He said, look, if you guys go to Macklemore tonight, you will be Mariner lovers because Macklemore is from Seattle and he loves all sports in Seattle. So not only did John ditch the game for Macklemore, one, he ditched the game for a guy that's a Seattle guy. So that's straight up Mariner loving. I mean, that's just, what the hell, bro? It's unbelievable. I agree, Mark. Geez, John, that's very Seattle loving. Unbelievable. What's next? Corey Brock is your next guest. No, that's for other shows. Love Corey though. Corey's great though. Corey's great. But yeah, that play in the 7th inning there, and you don't get a run. That was like set up to be an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster if he didn't do that. So luckily, Juan Soto with his, rocket off the bat in the 8th inning to drive in that run, much needed insurance. That would have been the talking point tonight, along with, you wasting another Darvish start if they didn't get the win. It's also curious too, like if they didn't get that insurance run, does Josh Hader still pitch the 9th? I know he was warming up, but it's interesting to think that. Would Josh Hader have pitched the 9th if they didn't get that insurance run? Or would you put Darvish out there? 94 pitches. I mean, it all worked out great. And I think, tonight you could look at, we won the game that we had to win because Milwaukee and Philadelphia both won tonight. And you lose, you're now 1 game up on Milwaukee. Yeah. Sphincter is getting this tighter. It's like that tight if you get down to a 1-game lead. All right. So getting Josh Hader in that game and Josh Hader looking like that, striking out the side, giving up 1 hit, opposite field single to J-Rod, that's massive if you can get Josh Hader back. If you can get Josh Hader back, that's huge. All right, while we wait for John, I'll try to get to as most questions as possible here. If you want to send in a super chat for a question, much appreciated. Don't have to, but that feature is open. Let's get to, I know Mark has just joined the chat here. Mark, I got to do a couple things all by myself since, John decided to bail on the show for freaking like Macklemore or whatever. So let me hold on. Let me just pull up this screen because honestly, like this show doesn't get off the ground without Mark Nimitz. I mean, seriously, when we first started and we reached out to Mark, we had like no followers on the YouTube, and Mark's been with us since day one. So he's in the chat. Give a shout out to Mark Nimitz. Put a goat emoji in the chat for Mark. Long-time Padres fan, loyal to the wrap-up show. He's our title sponsor. If you're shopping for auto, home, renters, or life insurance here in San Diego, there's literally only one place to turn. That's Mark Nimitz, Farmers Insurance. Mark can help you save $750 on your insurance. Just click the link below in the description to get to Mark's website, and he can help you and your family with all your insurance needs. Of course, during every show, I'm covering it right now because of the setup. Mark Nimitz's information will be there. mnimitz@farmersagent.com when you reach out to him. Let him know that Jim and John from the wrap-up show sent you. Yeah, tonight it's Jim and John, not John and Jim. So when you refer to the John and Jim show from now on, at least for the immediate future, it's Jim and John because John shows Macklemore. Yeah, so it's just a huge win. I don't think it can be understated how big this win was. You're at a point of the season where it is like, do whatever you possibly can to get a win. Doesn't matter how you get it. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care what. Get wins at all cost. And you had to match tonight what Milwaukee did. Milwaukee won. You had to win this game. So yeah, it was just a massive win because of what Milwaukee and Philadelphia did. So yeah, just huge. I agree. Hater from Christian. Hater learned how to save again because of Mark Nimitz. I like what you did there. Save money on car insurance. Save money on renters insurance. Josh Hader saving the game. I like it. Thank you, Jesse, for the super chat. Appreciate that, man. Up in Hawaii. Not up in Hawaii, but over in Hawaii. Up in Hawaii. What the fuck am I? Idiot. Jesse said Darvish. At this point in the season, I fully trust Darvish in any situation. I do too. Whether it be game 1, game 5, or game 7, he is our ace, our most valuable pitcher right now. I couldn't agree with you more. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think it's 19 or 20 straight games over 6 innings, and 13 of those have been into the 7th inning or later. He is so locked in right now. I just got a text. John Schaefer says he'll be on by 10:30. Back from the Macklemore concert, on at 10:30. Camille, I see you there. John Schaefer ditched all of you and me and the Padres to go to Macklemore tonight. Yeah. So he'll be joining us in a bit here. But back to what Jesse said about you, Darvish, 100%. If this team makes the postseason, he is your game 1 starter. No doubt about it. I don't care about his playoff history. And actually, I do care about his playoff history because he's one of the only pitchers on his team that has pitched deep into a postseason. I know Blake Snell pitched in the World Series in 2020, but does that really give you the experience that you need to pitch in a regular season on, with in front of fans and on the road and in real actual games? I'm going at this point in time. It's Darvish, and then if they make the postseason, by the way, Darvish. I guess Blake Snell and then Musgrove. It's tough because Musgrove, has been your quote unquote guy for the entire year, but that is actually you, Darvish. He is your ace for sure. All right. Thank you. Robert says, feel the force, Juan Soto. Again, tonight, Juan Soto had an offer, couple walks, but, we talk about, and I talk about a lot, just get it done at any cost, don't care. And that's what happened in the 8th inning. Any cost, don't care, drove in the run. That's all that mattered. Would I have liked to seen Juan Soto get a hit there? Yeah. Would I've liked to seen Juan Soto get an extra base hit, which has now reached a career high for him, 13 games where he has not had an extra base hit. Think about that. 13 games straight, Juan Soto has not had an extra base hit. It's got to change. Just has to. But by any means necessary route that I'm taking with this team in the 8th inning, got the job done. That's end of story. Got the job done, got the RBI. That's what had to happen. If he grounded into a double play, disaster. If he popped up, disaster. Anything other than getting an RBI in by any means necessary would have been a disaster. So am I still concerned? Absolutely. Absolutely, I'm still concerned. Because he needs to be better than what he is right now. You need to have, I'm not saying that he needs to be red hot Juan Soto like Manny Machado was last month, but can you just give us something? Can you just get some extra base hits? You need more pop. And in this lineup, lacking Brandon Drury, who's probably not going to be back until this weekend versus Arizona. Manny Machado's going through it a little bit right now, but he's had a fantastic year besides like a little over a month in July where he's hitting only 200, but the rest of his season has been fantastic. And Juan Soto's time with the Padres, besides the first 10 games here, has been very underwhelming. So he needs to get it going for sure. But at the end of the day, if you told me Juan Soto goes hitless for the rest of the season, but if you told me Juan Soto goes hitless for the rest of the year and they win the World Series, first of all, I'd tell you you're high, but would you take it? Absolutely, I'd take it. Now, does he need to get hot for them to win a World Series and to make the postseason? And yeah, he does. He needs to start hitting He needs to be the guy. But again, tonight, drove in the run, had to happen, needed that insurance, especially after the debacle in the 7th inning with Ha-Seong Kim and just ridiculous bunt that I don't even know. Like, has anybody seen what Bob Melvin has said? If anybody's seen what Bob Melvin has said post-game, because I can't see it right now, put in the chat, like, if he was asked about the bunt attempt by Ha-Seong Kim, what did he say? Because I need to know. Like that, if it's anything other than that was a missed call by the runner at third, that was supposed to be a squeeze. I mean, he's got to take the blame. He's got to take it there, right? He's got to say that was a missed call. That's on my end. Because no fucking way did Ha-Seong Kim bunt on his own there. And a 2-1 count, bro. So he didn't talk anything about the bunt, Rich? Rich is saying he didn't talk anything about the bunt. It was all about you, Darvish. How? What the fuck? Has anybody seen anything on social media? I want to know, like, was that a called suicide or not? And that the runner at third just missed the call. It's got to be, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything either. And I agree with this, Mark. He did look smart not breaking because he would have been out by a million feet. So maybe that's a case like Ha-Seong Kim has to make a better bunt. But usually on a suicide, when the pitch is thrown, dude's running full speed. I think if he's running full speed as the pitcher's thrown to the plate, I think he makes it. Those type of plays with less than 2 outs, like that is a full commit. You have to like a full send. You can't wait until it can't be a safety squeeze. It has to be a full-on suicide where you are breaking the second the pitcher goes to home, no matter what. And you have to trust that the batter gets the bunt down. And maybe they trusted him because it was a 2-1 count and they expected him to throw the ball in the strike zone. But instead you got, gave up an out there and moved the runner to second for what? Thank you, Brian, for the super chat. Appreciate that, man. What is the deal with the Padres analytics? Man, how much time we got? We talked about that today on Jim and John. Yes, Jim and John today. We talked about that. And look, I think, if you didn't know about what Bob Melvin or what David Cohn, who works for Sunday Night Baseball, said about what Bob Melvin said to him about analytics, it was basically David Cohn said that Bob Melvin told him he's been underwhelmed or not disappointed, maybe disappointed that the analytics, or no, not disappointed, but kind of shocked that the analytics in San Diego weren't like the analytics in Oakland, because in Oakland, he was getting matchup after like all these matchups, right? And in San Diego, it's kind of the opposite of that. And so then Bob Melvin had to clarify with AC, like, I didn't mean that. I meant just like, we're given analytics, but we're given free reign here in San Diego to do what I feel like is right, instead of in Oakland where it was a lot of, hey, if this situation comes up, you're doing this. This situation comes up, you're doing that. I kind of don't really fully buy that. I kind of think this is a little bit of a walking things back here moment, because usually you don't have AC go into the manager's office late in the season and have like a one-on-one sit down to talk about what somebody said on a podcast about you the other day. Like that usually doesn't happen. So to me, that signals a little bit of a walk back there, right? This was a private conversation with somebody that said what Bob Melvin said. And then I'm thinking, Melvin might have said, oh crap, I need to walk that back a little bit and clarify. And then having AC do a legit one-on-one in his office, that signals a little bit of a walk back to me. But just overall general thing about the analytics department, it's known. This isn't a secret. If you read Dennis Lynn, their analytics department is not viewed as okay. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Stand by. He gets on in the middle of talking about the Padres analytics. He's not even ready yet. I mean, okay, first off, hold on. Let me change this background. All right. If you're in the chat right now,
let's go.
If you're in the chat right now, put in there John sucks. Spam John sucks in the chat. Spam.
Dude,
look
if
at
this was you, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm at
Who
dinner.
is this guy? Who is this guy?
Dinner.
Luis.
I'll be back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
absolutely. Yeah. Cliff says John sucks emoji.
Dude,
Jeremiah. Oh, John on time. Wow.
If you were out with a relationship girl right now, you would be like, no, I can't do it tonight.
It's to the party. Where the hell is John? Because I said 10:30 and it was 10:31.
10:30. 10:30.
I was this close to calling Ben. Ben was on speed dial. Ben, thankfully, he wanted to join me tonight. I said, yeah, I'd keep him there, but you said you'd be joining, so I didn't want to.
So I
didn't want to have Ben on.
We could have gone 3-man.
We could. Next time,
dude,
Ben.
it was good. First of all, it took forever to get down there, so I saw like one Macklemore song, but Kristen was into it.
Where's your Seahawks jersey, John? Where's your Mariners jersey that you were wearing?
Little known fact, Kristen is from Seattle.
Oh wow, cool. John sucks. Jeremiah, John sucks. Dedication, John. Wow.
Sarcasm there.
You. Rich, John sucks. 619 Cam, John is soft. All day, John sucks. Sam D, John sucks. Luis, John is super soft.
I'm gonna roll.
Dan is soft.
I'll roll. You finish it.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Peace out. John is very soft. So he can't handle it. John can't handle like the criticism. I could take it. I'm the guy that's like, come on, bring it on. John, the second someone calls him out, John like crumbles. And I know he's still there and he's listening to me. Get back in here, you idiot. John, soft. Oh, this is great. John, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. John. Get back in here, you idiot.
No, it was like an encore. I was wanting people to be like, come back, come back, come back.
Yeah.
It's right.
John,
I like
soft.
Jim is like, man.
Fine, you got one comeback by Cliff. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. I am like Manny. I love the booze. Bring it on. Boo. John Country. That's right.
I did not watch 1 second, but as Jim could tell you from my interaction, and Kristen could tell you as well, I had the entire game on Gamecast. I was like riveted by the game. Okay, so it was Macklemore followed by Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons, like I have no clue what's going on. It's all like kids. It's like 10-year-olds and like 12-year-olds.
What?
So this like Vegas band, like what? It's very bizarre. So anyway, during Imagine Dragons, I was just watching the Padres.
Yeah, you're watching the Padres on Gamecast.
Correct. I could have watched it on DirecTV stream. I just didn't have strong internet.
True. Yeah, John is not Jimmy Hustle. No.
Yeah, right, dude. If Jim was at a concert, you'd see him like Tuesday.
If I was at a concert and I showed up 30 minutes late, you would be destroying me.
Half the time that you would be at a concert, you wouldn't show up. How many times do I have to turn to Fadden or do solo this year?
Like 3 or 4 times.
100.
2, 3.
Like 300 or 400.
Oh, jeez. I would be blacked. I'd be blacked out. Okay, so basically, here's the entire game, John. You fucking Darvish. All right.
And Josh effing Hader.
Josh Hader back. And what the actual fuck was that bunt in the 7th inning?
Well, okay, so I watched that. I'm assuming, and who cares because you win 2-0. And I don't know if Bob Melvin talked about it, but I watched the play. It's obviously cross signals. I mean, someone got it wrong. It's either Kim's not supposed to be bunting or whoever's at third. Who was it? Libator?
Libator.
I know. Like the Liberator, whatever that like.
Libatoro?
You know what I'm talking about? The like freaking like sex toy thing?
Vibrator?
No, like there's like that like pillow that like it's like called like the Liberator. It's like the different angle pillow.
A sex toy pillow?
You have to Google it.
Sex toy. What is
it's not like a pillow. It's like a.
Are you drunk?
No, I had a beer. Let me Google it. Should I Google it?
Yeah, Google sex toy pillow, and I want to see what happens. What is wrong? You're gonna get like spam on your computer. You're gonna get a virus right now.
This is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have pulled this up. But If you know, you know. Jim doesn't know.
What is John? What?
I'm not.
A pillow named the Liberator?
Google it. Google it.
The pillow sounds like a
Seriously.
teenage thing. What? Someone said clip this. I always clip this. Well, first off, I didn't ask. Did your wife enjoy Macklemore at least?
Yeah, she loved it. She's like obsessed with Macklemore.
And meanwhile,
and did you tell the whole story?
No.
The story was basically this. We got an email from our boss mid-show. Macklemore's in studio. He talked about the Seahawks if you want to play the sound on air. I'm like, what do you mean Macklemore's in studio?
Like, huh?
So we missed him by like 10 minutes. He was on Channel 933 with Chino. And then I texted my wife the email from our boss. I'm like, yo, Macklemore is just here. She's like, what? She freaked out. And then Brent's like, why don't you ask Ben Fletcher if we have any tickets? I'm like, really? So then I texted Ben Fletcher. He's like, yeah, hold on. And then 2 seconds later, I'm like, I want 2 tickets. He's like, here's 4. So then you were going to go with Relationship Girl, but you're soft because the Relationship Girl traveled back from Philadelphia yesterday. So she was like tired. Yeah. Like I remember my first time being like 29. And then, so you didn't go. But then I had a problem getting the tickets. So I asked our promotions girl for more tickets. And then she sent me more. I had 8 tickets. We only used 2 of them.
Yeah, that's great.
We had free parking. It took forever to get in, dude. Forever to get in.
That's cool. Cool story.
But yeah, anyway, Macklemore was good.
Macklemore promised to come to San Diego again, so I need fans to come with me.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't wearing any jersey.
Well, I'm glad your wife enjoyed it.
I don't even know if he's a Mariner fan. I know he's a Seahawks fan.
He loves the Seahawks.
Seattle fan. Right?
He's a Seattle fan. He's a Seattle fan.
John, we need to get to our buddy Omar here since I was about to do it.
Yeah, what have you done so far? Nothing?
I did Mark Nimitz. Our buddy Mark, who's in the chat tonight. Shout out Mark Nimitz. He called you soft.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. I was texting with Mark earlier.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? What is this?
John
wife sings the wrap-up show some Macklemore.
Oh, she needs to come on and sing some Macklemore.
Yeah, not for $2. But thank you for the super. Maybe for 2,000.
No, I bet if you get a couple more beers, you would sing.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
For sure she would. For sure.
Thank you, Shaka Kyle, though, for the super. Do appreciate
thanks,
that.
Shaka Kyle. Appreciate that.
Let me get to. You want me to get to Omar?
Yeah, let's get to Omar.
All right, Omar Sanchez, Edge Home Finance. If you're a Padres fan and you have mortgage needs, please get in contact with Omar Sanchez. He's here to help all Padres fans with their mortgages. He's got that brand new website. You need to check it out. If you haven't as of yet, loansbyomar.com. That is loansbyomar.com. You can scan the QR code on the screen to get to his website, or you can text him at 619-387-7798. Make sure to check out his brand new Instagram page, by the way. We'd appreciate it if you have 2 devices, and if you have Instagram, if you follow him on Instagram, loans.byomar. Again, loans.byomar. He's your San Diego native mortgage broker, San Diego State, Padres fan, born here. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home or if you want to refinance to consolidate debt, Omar's your guy. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion, to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, just call or text Omar. You're going to get a free consultation. And again, at his website, loansbyomar.com, click the education tab in the top left-hand corner. You'll get all the resources you need for first-time home buyers, people interested in refinancing, and more. Loansbyomar.com. And again, on Instagram, loans.byomar.
Yeah, or you can text him 619-387-7798 to reach the Omar, or you can scan the QR code top of the screen there. Take you to his website, loansbyomar.com. Great website for, your mortgage or loan needs. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim, or actually let him know that Jim and John from the wrap-up show sent you.
No, don't do that.
It's Jim and John tonight,
all,
by the way.
I think they used to sell this thing on like Sky Mall. And Joe, if you want to know where the super chat money goes,
gotta get our liberators.
Put the Liberator in the cards.
Put the Liberator. Is it really like $300? What is this thing? I'm
I
gonna
think
look
you
it
get
up.
it for cheaper than that, to be honest. I think they got a BOGO deal going on.
Liberator.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Come on, man. Ask relationship girl. She knows what's up.
Oh, like she knows. The Liberator sex toy.
It's not a
dude.
toy.
It's a. Oh Jesus! I kind of should I pull this up? Actually, no.
I mean, no, don't pull up. No, I don't know what kind of issues that could create.
Yeah, probably not. Dude. Oh my god! I've seen this before, bro.
Oh, now he's seen it before.
You have a Liberator?
No, I don't have one.
The
I
pillow,
forget
a
what
woman sits on it.
Right.
What is wrong with you? How do you know about that?
Because it was in like Sky Mall or like they used to have like infomercials on like 10 a.m. on like CBS.
Do you have one in your room?
No, I could show you my room if you want to see it.
No, don't.
I have a yoga mat.
Oh, Liberator in the merch store. Should we sell some Liberators?
Yeah, make sure to check out our store.
It
really does. It really
Liberator
does.
sounds like a WWE name. It is. It's like a sex couch. It's like one of those things like a woman sits on. Oh my gosh, we're so sorry, Faye.
No, I mean I don't even know how it came up in conversation. I think I brought it up
because of the Liberatoro on the Padres.
Oh, right. What's his name?
Dude, I have no idea.
Is it Libator?
It's Libator or Libatoro or
all I know is on
Liberato?
a bunt like that. I haven't heard from Melvin, but I guarantee this is what happened. Someone missed a sign. Okay.
Yes.
Either you're running. Okay. Either it's a suicide or it's a safety. If it's a safety, you're not running there because it's a bad bunt. But I don't see why you're safety bunting first and third in that spot. I think it's either a suicide bunt or someone missed a sign.
Liberato. That's how you say
right.
the name. Liberato. I agree with you. It did, yeah. I agree with you. If it was a suicide, the second the pitcher starts his motion at home, the runner's gone.
Right, and that didn't happen, obviously.
No, it did not happen.
And it was a 2-1 pitch, which is a good pitch to suicide on because the guy needs to throw a strike.
Yeah. Right. And then Kim bunted it straight back to the pitcher, and Liberato just froze.
Well, yeah, he should have. I mean, if he's not running, he can't go anywhere.
But if that's a suicide, or no, safety squeeze, excuse me. One, if you call it, you got to make a better bunt than that. It's a shit bunt.
Well, if it's a safety, it wasn't either because he didn't go on contact and he wasn't running on the pitch. So it was neither. It was just maybe Kim missed a sign. Maybe Liberator missed a sign.
Maybe the Liberato. Maybe. But at the same time, like, I just didn't understand it. And then, there's a couple mistakes in this game, like Grisham getting thrown out at third.
Yeah, what is that, man?
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Where are you going? When the ball is hit in front of you, who learned this in 6th grade? I remember it. I remember the specific conversation. When the ball is hit in front of you on the ground, go back.
Yeah, you stop and you go back. Your first move, if the ball's hit in front of you, is back to the base.
Wait, well, you're right. It's like you said, pause, wait for it to get through. But if it's hard hit like that and it's the big leagues,
right?
I mean, if you don't get back, you have a chance of what happened tonight to Trent Grisham to happen. And again, they won, all good. Okay, it's that time of year. I don't care if they win. If it's 19-18, 1-0, if they score 10 runs in the ninth to win and overcome a 9-run deficit,
absolutely. Like, like, who gives a shit at the end of the day? Just these things have to be cleaned up.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You got to clean that stuff up. But thank God for you, Darvish, tonight. I mean, he was amazing. What are you reading?
Funny. No, I mean, you're not kidding about Darvish. All I know is Gamecast. But when first of all, I was shocked he didn't start the 9th inning, less than 100 pitches.
Yeah,
I don't trust. I don't trust Josh Hader. Now, maybe I should be now. Dog, what are you barking at? He's barking at like toast. We left Sullivan in the dark for 4 hours.
You leave Jones in the dark for 4 hours?
No. Jones is with my mother-in-law.
Oh, it must be nice.
Sleepover. Since we got tickets to Macklemore.
Oh, nice.
All right, let me read this from Cam, and then let's. Okay, a couple of things real quick. How Darvish doesn't start the ninth inning shocks me, but there's a reason Bob Melvin's managing. I'm not. And then Hader, and I listened to the final pitch on the radio. He threw a changeup, right? Like the third changeup he's thrown this season on the final pitch he threw.
Yeah, I think it was a changeup. He struck out the side, and he threw predominantly fastballs. The bat to France, couple sliders to France. He wasn't biting, and a couple times he did bite. He fouled him off. That was a good at bat bite. That was a good at bat in general.
It was a great at bat. It was 10 or 11 pitches, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he threw a changeup. He's never. How about this? I saw on Twitter before I joined you. I want to say Hader's never thrown a changeup to end a game in his career.
No shit.
How crazy is that?
Well, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
J-Rod got that hit into the right side through the hole.
I was wondering what happened there. I didn't know if he walked or if he got a hit because I saw the runner was at first, and then France had that long at bat.
I mean, if Croner was over a little bit more instead of where he was positioned, game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Because he blew away the first two guys, which was great. I mean, at the end of the day, John, I said it beforehand, you need to get your closer back. You need to get Josh Hader back. And I would have started Darvish the ninth. I know you would have started Darvish the ninth.
Sure.
But also, if you start Darvish the ninth and say Darvish gets a runner on or gets into trouble and you bring in Josh Hader there, I'd much rather have Josh Hader start a clean inning at this point in time.
Yeah, definitely.
Struggles,
you can't bring him in mid-inning. Yeah. No, if it's mid-inning, you're bringing in Nick Martinez.
Right. Like I'm much rather have Hader start the inning clean with the way he's been pitching this with the Padres than bring him in to a shitstorm.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Let's get to the super from Cam. Cam, thank you so much. Thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel. $sign down below in the chat box. We appreciate all the supers. We interact with them every single night, as you know. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD if you want Macklemore content. Cam says this. Welcome back, John. Thank you. With 20 games left, does 12 wins get us in, which gets the Padres to 90? Yes, it does. Barring something really unforeseen, in my opinion.
Which the Brewers winning like every game.
The Brewers going, 15-5 or something to finish. I guess it's possible. I mean, they are 5-1 in their last 6 games. They did beat St. Louis tonight, but they still have another with St. Louis, Mets, Yankees for the next 7. I mean, maybe they're getting hot, which is scary, but I think absolutely 12 will get them in. I'd be shocked if 90 games with 6 teams in the league making the playoffs and you're not one of those 6 teams. Like the odds of that to me are crazy low, but I think I'd sign up for it right now. If someone told me 90 wins, I'd say, where do I sign up?
Dude, imagine if there was not an extra wild card.
It'd be scary. They'd be in real trouble.
Because last year, I mean, the Mariners, who they're playing, they won 90 games. They didn't make it.
True.
They missed out by like a game or something.
Right, but with that 6th spot, they would have been in.
6th spot, you're in for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, 12-8, by the way, is serious work. Serious work. Every night is like a playoff game. You got to win 60% of the time over your next 20 to go 12-8. That's a good finish. This team's 51-50 in their last 101 games. Going to close 12-8, which would be 13-8. Would be pretty damn good, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Get to John here.
What's up, John?
Great name, John. Which team is your dark horse for the playoffs? Well, there's only 3 teams. There's only 3 teams. Like, do you mean like, dark horse in the playoffs to win a World Series? I think that might be the question.
The funny thing is, like, San Diego's a good dark horse because they could
really
be a
are
6th seed. But their roster is in a position where if they get in, I think a lot of people would like at least their chances from the outside.
I kind of like Seattle a lot, dude.
I was about to say Seattle. Seattle's a great one. They got good starting pitching.
Superstars.
They've been a very good second half team. They got a good home field advantage right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Seattle's a good option. Atlanta's been great, obviously.
Because you saw tonight, if you have the pitching, you can go very far.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that Darvish in the postseason, and you get that Josh Hader in the postseason. Watch out.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're exactly right. And this is a good point from Joe, and we'll get to Will in a second. Things might add up if Hader's Hader. I mean, it's true. Like, they were missing that. If you
He's
can
a
line
big
guys up
part.
now, yeah, exactly.
You know, for all the shit that he, you know, did and how bad he was when he first came here. Like, I know a lot of people were writing him off, and we were just like, I don't even know what to do with Hader. Like, you can't pitch him anymore. But I always thought, and I think you did too, like, having Josh Hader be Josh Hader is a massive, massive weapon that you have. And if you don't have it, you can still win some postseason series, maybe. But I feel much better with a fully 100% or close to 100% Josh Hader than I do with Nick Martinez or Suarez or Garcia, for sure.
I just can't believe they've stuck with him. I mean, it was so bad that I had no
good on
faith.
them then. Good on Bob Melvin, because he's getting rewarded now for making the move and making the moves the last. I mean, it all started with that San Francisco game back in San Francisco. Remember? 1-run lead, 9th inning. It was kind of almost by necessity. Like, they had to put Hader out there because they had no one else. Because every one of their pitchers was unavailable. And he got that save. And ever since then, besides the one, throwaway inning against the Diamondbacks where he gave up a soft run, he's been good.
Trying to find that. I thought I saw. Well, let's get to Will here. Will, thank you. Very generous.
Thank you,
we
Will.
appreciate the supers, guys. Thank you. If you want to contribute to the channel, if you want to make sure we get your comment, just click that $ down below in the chat box. Will saying biggest September win in how long? Hashtag playoff you. I like that.
It's a huge September win for sure.
Biggest September win
since last Tuesday.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, all these are going to be important now because with 20 games to play, like as big as this is, you're going to need big ones behind it over the next 3.5 weeks or 3 weeks.
Think about that.
It's a big
every win from here on out is the next biggest win. Like last Tuesday, getting that walk-off against Arizona, coming back from 5-0, 5 down 5-0.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah. Massive win. Tonight in Seattle, massive win. The next win they get will be a huge win. Like, these are all going to be huge wins no matter what. Not one game remaining in this season is going to be like a throwaway game. They're all important.
Yeah, they are. No, they definitely are. By the way, I could be wrong on that because I saw someone say, it was Ken, I believe. And thank you again, Will. Ken saying you were wrong about first time throwing a changeup. I said it was the third changeup he's thrown this year as a Padre, and the first time he's finished the game with a changeup. I swear I saw that. I could be wrong if I missed it, but it's the third time he threw a changeup as a Padre. But even if you look at Twitter tonight and people are like, wait, what did he just throw? Like, he doesn't throw changeups. So the fact that he entered the game on a changeup is extremely surprising. Maybe he's done it previously, but it appears as if it has been a while. But he's literally thrown 3 changeups in a Padres uniform. That's not many. Even though he hasn't pitched a lot, that's still, I mean, what is that? 1% of the pitches he's thrown? Something like that, probably.
Probably, yeah. But I if you asked me would he throw a changeup, I would not expect that. But it worked, so.
Yeah. Well, apparently Ty France didn't expect it.
Nope.
Alex, thank you. He says, can Darvish pitch all 3 wildcard games, please? If only it was that easy.
Yeah, I think that's why you need, it's just kind of imperative that you get Musgrove back here. Right?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. And I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but yes, you're right. It is. It's imperative. He's got to pitch better than he has.
He's got 4 starts to turn it around.
Yeah.
And be consistent going to the postseason.
Like Franz says, so for pluses, you go Snell, Darvish, Joe. I have to start Darvish game 1. I know that my season could be on the line for game 2, but I have to have game 1 you Darvish because I want to get out and get that 1-game-to-none lead.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of Padres fans that, this is going to be their potentially first real playoff experience. 2020 was whatever. But in the postseason, you can't look ahead and try to do matchups for future games.
Right.
It is all about the game that's in front of you, no matter what. You can't look at it like, well, if we start Snell game 1, and if we lose game 1, that means we have Darvish game 2. Like, no. The only thing that matters in the postseason is the game in front of you. That's it. You don't worry about game 6 matchups when you're in game 5. You don't worry about game 3 matchups when you're in game 2. You worry about the game in front of you. Darvish starts game 1, no matter what.
Yeah, I think typically the only thing you wouldn't consider in an effort to win a playoff game is maybe burning through your next day starter.
Well,
even
yeah,
in a
other than that,
everything
yeah.
all hands on deck.
But that's the thing, and
even that though has been done before. I mean, it's been done before.
Right.
But yeah,
and
other than that, it's like you do everything in your power, obviously.
Like you just look at guys like Bruce Bochy. I remember Bruce Bochy saying specifically that, the only thing that he worried about and when he got to San Francisco and won those championships was that day's game. Like, I don't care about the next game. We'll worry about it then. The important thing is to try and win, do everything we possibly can to win the playoff game that we're in. If it means pitching all your best guys, it means pitching all your best guys.
Of course. I mean, there's this great point from Rich as well, and thank you, Franz, for the super. He says the way it's lined up, Darvish will pitch the last game against San Francisco. He'll skip that start if we clinch. Great point. Darvish isn't pitching game 1 if you need to get in with a win. So if you need to get in with a win and he's lined up to pitch in the final day of the regular season, bye-bye you, Darvish, until maybe game 3, if not later.
But guess what?
If that's the
case, if that's the case, if you're down to a 1 game, right, and you Darvish is scheduled to pitch that 1 game in the regular season, game 162, I'm pitching you Darvish.
Well, of course, because you need to get in. It's a playoff game.
Yeah, win 1 game at a time. That's it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, hopefully they'll have it locked up by then. If not, can you imagine the drama and the fear and that would just be all kinds of craziness
right here. Like this take right here. Well, that's not 100% true. If you're up 3-1 in a 7-game series, you're 100% thinking about what you would do in game 6 if you lose. This is a wrong take, Jim. Well,
so
first off,
up 3-1 in a 7 games, 3 games to 1.
Yeah. Well, look, in a series, yes, you plan out a series. Okay. But if you think that you're going into a game 6 up 3-1 or game 5, excuse me,
game
going
5.
up, if you're going to a game 5 up 3-1, thinking to yourself, we can give away this game, you are 100% wrong there. You want to close out series as fast as possible. By no chance are you thinking,
you never know.
Because you never know. And how many times have teams gone up 3-1 and ended up losing the series? Like 3-1 is like the worst thing of possible at times. So I disagree with you, Adam, because you're up 3-1. You're damn right I'm going into game 5 trying to close it out right then and there.
I want to say the Braves are up 3-1 on the Dodgers in 2020 in the NLCS.
Yep, there is no throwing away games in the postseason by no means.
Yeah, I mean, I get Adam. I mean, Adam's point is valid. Of course, I mean, the job of the front office and the man. I mean, you always have to have a plan. I mean, there's always a plan in place. It's not like you have no idea. But it's one thing you got to compartmentalize. Like, that there's a game 6 plan, but you got to treat game 5 like the season's on the line,
right? Because
even if you lead 3 games to 1.
Because I'm sure, okay, game 6 plan, you're like, all right, Snell's our game 6 starter. So he is off limits. Okay. And that's the plan. Everything else is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And also in the postseason, what happens sometimes is when you give a guy a leash in the regular season, it's gone in the postseason. I mean,
yeah,
Blake Snell allows 3 runs in the 3rd inning. That doesn't mean he's given the 4th. I mean,
and I'm not saying don't treat every game in the postseason like game 7 where everybody's available. Obviously the next game starter is not available. But you need to have contingency plans. You're like, long man, okay, if we get into an extra innings, this guy can give us 4 or 5. This guy can do this. This guy can do that. So yeah, of course there's plans, but you play every game with your A team.
Yeah. No, Adam agrees. I see he's commented since. I mean, yeah, we agree. We all agree. I think it's a similar point. Let's just look at this box score here. I mean, Darvish, this is as good as he's been, right? 8 innings, 2 hits.
I said you could argue this in the circumstances that the team is in. This is his best start with the Padres,
especially when you consider the fact that the Brewers had 1, The Phillies had won. You could not give up a game tonight. Even winning, you didn't. You just treaded water. I mean, you're a day closer to the season being over, and that's good
Yep.
when you have a lead. But they couldn't. They could not lose this game. Not with what's to come. He's got 14 wins, 8 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, a 3.16 for the year. And then Hader, like you said, struck out the side. Gilbert,
a quietly really good season.
No, for
like who's talking about Josh Hader besides us?
Wait, Josh Hader's had a quietly good
Sorry,
season?
I meant you, Darvish. My bad. Who's talking about
he hasn't.
you, Darvish, about that other than us, like nationally?
That's a good point. No, you're right. It has been a quiet. I mean, you take out that one start in San Francisco, game 2 of the year. He probably has a 2.9 right now, maybe lower.
He wasn't even an all-star this year. He's gonna have like 15, 16 wins, ERA around 3 to high 2s, and you'll look back and go, that guy wasn't an all-star.
Right. Now, here's the deal. Against Gilbert tonight, and you know it, and I was following along on social, 107 pitches through 5 innings. You have to be able to tag him for more than 1 run. Like, the only reason you win this is because you got Darvish, the best of his 50 starts, like you said, as a Padre.
Yeah.
If you don't get that, there's a good chance you lose this game. Like, what are the odds you win a game in Seattle against this team 1-0 or 2-0? Pretty low.
And you got a huge hit from Will that turned out to be the only run they needed. And then I said the one, in the 8th inning,
swinging bunt.
Would I have preferred Juan Soto to drive one in the gap? Absolutely.
Sure.
But in that situation, it's not about I want Juan Soto to hit a home run here or hit a double. It's about get the run in by any means necessary. And that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, got the run in. And like you had talked about, I think someone said, oh, look at this beautiful walk. Well, he walked twice today, but he's got to put the ball in play. I mean, this time of year, he's got to put the ball in play. He needs to
when
put
he's
the
in
ball in
situations
play.
like that, that's when you don't take a walk. Like you put the ball in play, you drive in the run,
take your chances,
and you take your chances.
Well, he's got to hit his way out of this. Okay,
Yep.
Like there's no other way to do it. We'd say in AAA, you hit your way to the big leagues, so to speak. You don't walk your way to the big leagues. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a value. It is. On-base percentage matters. Let's not kid ourselves. But Juan Soto is being asked to do more than that. 0 for 3 isn't ideal, but he did have the RBI, 2 walks. He has to find a way to hit himself out of this. And I don't know what it's going to take, but they will need him. I know it. I feel it. I just look at this team. They will need him to hit to some extent down the stretch.
Yeah.
He's going to need to pick them up a couple of times. I mean, that's not asking for the world. I'm not saying he needs to carry him for 20 games, but geez, how about for 2 of those 20, 3 of those 20? Can he be the difference maker? He's more than capable of being that player, but we haven't really seen that.
He's had one moment with the team where he literally won them the game. That was against Washington back in August. But, we haven't seen that dominance, like 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a home run and a walk. We haven't seen that yet for a consistent period of time. Where he's driving the ball gap to gap, which he can do. He can do anything. He can literally do anything. Drive the ball gap to gap, single, homer, everything.
I was listening in the first inning, and I heard Jesse say that the ball was scorched in the first inning, so I think that's encouraging. I know it was caught. Cam says he'll hit in the playoffs. They got to get there. I hope you're right, Cam. Rich says he'll slug in October. Again, got to get there. I hope you're right. This is good. I mean, if you had 110-mile-per-hour line drive in the first inning, that's good. You got to hit your way out of it. And guess what? That's fine. If you go 0 for 5 or 1 for 5 and you are hitting line drive seeds, you know what I mean? That's fine. Then eventually you're going to hit. Like Josh Bell was hitting some balls hard when he was in his 1 for 30. He was. There were a couple of balls that were hit well, and eventually he got out of it. He kept hitting balls hard. So hopefully Soto will hit his way out of this. All right, let me tell you guys about Aura, ORA.organic. You can get 30% off your first order. Aura is a huge partner here on the Wrap-Up Show. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan. He's a San Diegan. They have offices in Liberty Station. If you click this Build Your Routine button, you're going to get 30% off your very first order. This is a plant-based nutrition company. All of their products are plant-based, whether it is probiotics, I take one every day, or proteins for after workouts, or pre-workout supplements, or omega-3 oils, or sleep pills or immunity pills, whatever it is, they have something for everyone. Yourself, your family, your friends. ORA.organic. Again, 30% off your very first order. Everyone's looking to get healthier. Save the money with the 30% off offer. Again, their co-founder is a huge Padres fan. So if you support this channel and you want to support a local business that has offices right here in Liberty Station, right in San Diego, make sure to check them out. It's Aura at ORA.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. Build your routine. You get 30% off your first order. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Go there right now, www.aura.organic. You will thank us later.
I get to this from Shock, who says, still waiting on my evening Macklemore serenade, John. I've been seeing in the chat, Shaka, what you've been doing. I like it. He's basically just posting
Ceiling
lyrics.
can't hold us.
Yeah, there we go, Jim.
Okay. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Okay.
I like it. Jim, you can roll, Jim, if you want. I'm going to stick around for a few. I'm just getting settled in.
Bro, we've been on here for over an hour.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only been here for 30. Who wants to? If anyone wants me to hang out for another 15, put in the chat.
15?
Or if we should roll, or if you want us to roll, we'll see you tomorrow night. Up to you guys. Thumbs up, emoji, thumbs down.
Now you're trying to reverse soft me. You're trying to make me
Correct.
look soft.
When you leave, I'm going to call you soft. Exactly.
Yeah. When I leave, 20
and thumbs down means you want us out.
Probably. He's like, bye.
Alex says 20 minutes. All right. Jay Smoke says, let's hang. Jeremiah says, hang out. Relationship girl's probably sleeping.
She is. She's sleeping right now.
She's sleeping.
Yes.
So where do you got to go?
Just
you act like you were at a Macklemore concert tonight.
My back hurts.
For carrying this?
For literally carrying you tonight. Yes.
All right, here's the deal. You could choose your own adventure. I'm going to go to 11:22.
Okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay. Jim is in. Let's look ahead. Luis Castillo.
What's a wife girl up to?
Good question. That's a very good question. Luis Castillo opposite who?
Clevenger?
Question mark?
Snell?
Question mark?
It's not Musgrove, is it?
Question mark? Gosh, the problem.
God, is it Manaea?
Oh no, it can't be. I thought he was supposed to pitch in Arizona.
Oh fuck, this is even worse.
Who the frick is pitching on Wednesday?
Clevenger. Thank you guys.
So okay,
Luis Castillo, by the way, I just want to say I love the chat for any time we need an answer or something.
They hook us up.
Oh my God. Love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Because again, it's like trying to do two things at once can be challenging here. So Clevenger, hasn't been great his last couple times out. Castillo has a 2.8 this year. So tricky. Good thing you took game one. But you can't really afford to not take game two either.
Yeah, there's no like, oh, we'll split here. Like, no.
Right. I mean, hopefully you get the benefit of Milwaukee not being great. Milwaukee, by and large, this year hasn't been great, but they're good now. 5-1 in their last 6. But yeah,
they beat the Cardinals, dude.
Right. Here's the thing. We're gonna need some help. I mean, St. Louis is gonna have to beat Milwaukee. The Mets and Yankees are gonna have to beat Milwaukee. We pulled it up this week on John and Jim, I think. I mean, the Brewers close with 2 at home against the Cardinals. Not easy. But then is it 4 against Arizona? I think it's 3 against Arizona and 4 against Miami, something like that.
Oh, the close of the year? Yeah, it's against some bad teams.
Well, it's Miami and Arizona. I just forget the number of games. But they close with 9 straight at home like the Padres, but they just play an easier schedule,
Right. I see in the chat, shows White Girl's arm. No.
What, for asking who's pitching tomorrow, Rich?
I remember my first time in sports radio. What's a baseball? They score a lot of points in that game?
Well, what happened today on freaking Team John versus Team Jim, Trainwreck Radio? Holy crap.
If you guys want to go laugh, go to either our Instagram page at John and Jim or go to our Twitter at John and Jim, and you'll hear a massive train wreck for Team John versus Team Jim that we do every day for prizes. I thought that we couldn't. I thought the last train wreck couldn't be topped. We might have topped it.
Oh, it was a complete train wreck.
You were telling me that you were listening to that, the Macklemore
I was
concert,
cracking up, man.
laughing in the corner.
Buying a soft pretzel took 2 hours to buy.
Oh, nice. Do you want to give a shout out to somebody that you saw?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw, and I you know me with names. I don't even know your name. What's your name? Ryan. But
Bill.
I saw a Padres fan with his son, both wearing Padres caps. One was the City Connect. The other was, I want to say it was brown. Might have been gold, but they were both wearing Padres caps. And a guy deliberately walked up to me. I was in line on my phone looking at Gamecast in like the 7th inning. And some guy's like, "Hey, are you John?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I love your radio show. I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "My radio show." "Yes, thank you. The John Schaefer Show is a very good show. I appreciate you saying that." No, seriously though, but it was very kind of him to say that. He came up to me. We talked 5 minutes about like, why is it that they just can't put together 162? And I said, well, hopefully they can. I mean, they got to finish this thing off. Hopefully they can finish this thing off. But he knew it was actually the 6th inning. There were 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's like, "Is it still 1-0?" I said, "Yeah." Let me pull it up. It was still 1-0. So, there's other Padres fans that are Macklemore fans as well, apparently.
He's going to watch the show later tonight and be like, "Wow, he forgot my name."
Bro, we were at a concert in line for a Bavarian pretzel together.
I bet you he introduced himself.
He did. Of course he did. I don't do well with that. Do you? Like, I don't do well with the introduction because I'm just trying to be like,
I'm like,
make eye contact.
I'm like, "What's your name?" Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be, I'm trying to be friendly, but I'm not good. Some people have this amazing ability to remember everyone's name the second they're introduced to them. That is not
Shout
my
out
strength.
Tina, though. Remember Tina? I'll never forget that. I'll never forget her name.
Wait, what happened?
At the fantasy football event. And Tina?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Can you hear this?
John is up now. John, what is your first guess? And you do have a lifeline if you choose to use it. Yes.
Oh, John, myself, not you, John.
No, you, John.
Okay, Jim. Hey, Jim. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, answer the question. What's your first guess?
What's the question?
Oh no.
Here we go.
Who are the top 10 Mariners in career WAR?
Oh, I thought this was baseball.
This is baseball.
It is baseball.
Oh, okay.
The Mariners playing Seattle. Let's see the Padres play tonight.
Just give me a Seattle Mariners player, buddy.
He said lifeline.
Lifeline, Ken Griffey Jr. You take that.
Yellow.
Oh God.
Can you
Jim.
John.
Yeah, but not you, Jim.
I know, it's me.
Who's on first? Do you take Ken Griffey Jr. as a lifeline?
I'm John, and I was asking Jim.
I know, John. I'm telling you, Ken Griffey Jr. Do you take it?
Yeah, take the lifeline.
Oh my God. Okay.
Mark, Mark, are you still there?
You guys
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Ken Griffey Jr.
That's what he just said.
I just said Ken Griffey.
I'll go with. I'm sorry. I'll go with Edgar Martinez.
Perfect.
Edgar Martinez is on the list.
That's great. John, buddy, on the phone, John.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's me.
That's
me, John.
That's you. Okay. What's your next guess, man?
Why didn't I thought Jim was I was gonna work with Jim.
You are.
Okay.
Name a Mariner right now.
Is this Jim?
We're done. It's done.
Oh my God, dude.
Just utter ridiculousness. That segment is now Trainwreck Radio. We should just forget Team John versus Team Jim.
Yeah, Trainwreck Radio.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. And it's funny because people like want it. They're like, dude, we want the Trainwreck. They're like, in the moment, it's not fun.
It's not in the moment, but it kind of is because it's just like,
it is because you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
Thank you, John, for producing all those laughs.
Yeah, the other John.
Yeah, the better John.
Kind of, Rich. Kind of. Brandon Drury, hopefully back Thursday, maybe. Is that a possibility in Arizona? Brandon Drury, they could use him.
Possibly.
Not exactly tearing the cover off the ball if you go back to this weekend against the Dodgers.
Right.
Saturday, Sunday, and tonight. Tonight, even 8 hits to Seattle's 3 is good, but your 8 hits, you had a double. You were 0 for 7 with men in scoring position, and you left on 11. Like, that's a recipe to lose. That's a great way to lose a baseball game.
But guess what?
Christian play, the Kim play. They won, but there's 20 more games. So 0 for 7 RISP is not going to carry them.
That is a definite recipe to lose games. But the equalizer and all that is Yu Darvish.
Yeah. I mean, I wish he could pitch every day. You know?
I know.
Okay, so yeah, sim games with Drury. I mean, at this point, it's been a little bit of time. I mean, what has it been? 10 days? So hopefully he can just be plugged right in and play.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's a pretty significant loss. But again, you look at this team to close, and I think they're 10-6 in their last 16 now. They were 9-4. Yeah, they're 10-6 in their last 16. So they're playing fine. I mean, if not playing well. And can they get over the Dodger hump still to come? I don't think anyone has great faith in that. Can they beat the Cardinals at home? Maybe. Can they win a series against the Cardinals at home? Can they beat the Giants at home? Can they beat the White Sox at home? Can they win in Arizona? Can they win in Colorado? I mean, these are big question marks. And maybe, again, they're playing all right. 10-6 in their last 16 is good. If you can get Soto, some semblance of Soto, if you can get Drury back, and if, you're going to need a little bit more starting pitching. The Musgroves, the Clevengers. I mean, the fact that Minaya is going to pitch again in the rotation in Arizona is a little scary for me.
A little.
You can't throw games away, but, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is. By the way, if you're watching right now and you haven't, hit the like button. It's very simple.
Yeah, we're hanging out. We got these extra minutes here. These are like bonus minutes.
John's keeping me. Bonus minutes.
I'm keeping Jim. Yes, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. If you want to make sure we interact with your comment, you can click that super chat, the $ down below in the chat box. Great way to support this channel. That's an interesting point from Pedro that we all agree with. It's well said.
Yeah.
I do like this. If the Padres make the playoffs, John does an entire radio show with auto-tune. Here's the thing. T-Pain and auto-tunes, right?
Yeah, I know.
You're not like an idiot.
No, I'm not an idiot.
Have you ever seen, this is the second time I've mentioned NPR's Tiny Desk with you today, because I mentioned Macklemore. First of all, I want someone that is here tonight to watch either the T-Pain NPR Tiny Desk or the Macklemore NPR Tiny Desk tonight after the wrap-up show. They're both really good. And then if you do watch either of those, I want you to tag me in a tweet at John Schaefer. I want you to tag Jim too, just to piss him off. So at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD, after this Padres thrilling win, I want people going to YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. And I want you Googling Macklemore, NPR Tiny Desk, and or T-Pain Tiny Desk. They're both legit. T-Pain without auto-tune is a freaking good singer, Jim. Did you know that?
No. No. How about no, John?
I made such a compelling argument.
What is no, John?
Really? I've seen Usher. Yeah, sure. It was good. Very good.
That's great. That's awesome.
Jim is so mad right now. This is great. Let's just keep Jim here for forever. Just go till 3 p.m. tomorrow.
I would never do that to my algorithm.
That's such a Jim comment. That is something you would say.
I need my algorithm to stay at Marvel and cooking shows and Padres.
Anything else happen in this game? I didn't even watch it.
No, we've talked about everything, dude.
We talked about everything. All right. Jim, well done. I do want to remind folks before they get out of here, I know Eric Lanier is in the chat tonight. If you are looking for this content in audio form and not video because you're in your car or you're going for a run or you're on the go, we are the official podcast of FriersOnBase.com. We're presented by Eric Lanier at HigherImpactFinancial.com. That is HigherImpactFinancial.com. Great company. Eric's a San Diegan, born and raised, huge Padres fan. His mission is to align his clients' values and passions with their finances. He's a fiduciary, which means he makes only recommendations that make sense for you and are in your best interest. He specializes in retirement planning for individuals and couples. who are looking to retire in 5 years or less and are looking for a retirement income analysis. Along with that, if you're a new family trying to figure out financial planning and investing, Eric can help you too. Whether it's figuring out how to manage your debt or paying for college for your kids or improving your cash flow, call Eric, 951-383-3033. Write that down, 951-383-3033, or check him out online, higherimpactfinancial.com. That is higherimpactfinancial.com. All right, please support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Link down below for Mark's website. He can save you $750 on your insurance needs just by switching over to him. He's the title sponsor of the Wrap-Up Show. Thank you for your support of this channel, Mark. Thank you, Will at Ora, ORA.organic, 30% off your first order, all plant-based nutritional products. Thank you, Omar Sanchez. Check him out at loansbyomar.com or scan the QR code on the screen. If you have mortgage needs, Omar can help. Follow him on Instagram, loans.byomar. Jim, we made it. Good job. Good seeing you at the concert tonight. I know you're trying
Yeah, it
to
was a fun
pretend like you
concert.
weren't there,
That was
but
an
fun.
awesome concert.
Oh, did I?
Thanks for the invite.
That's what she said.
2 more minutes.
I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I really don't. I had one beer. I'm just being weird.
You've been weird the last 2 days. You cussed on the
Have
radio
I?
yesterday.
I didn't
You
mean to.
literally didn't listen to any of the show today because you're getting Macklemore tickets, which I kind of
What did I say yesterday? I said
Dak
what'd I say?
Prescott.
Because it was on the text line. I didn't know it was illegal to say Dak Prescott.
You said it's so like you said press cock.
Yeah, because that's the way it was written on the text line. We have a dude noon to 3 who calls himself DJ Cocksure.
Because the cock is for cocky.
Yeah, press cock is for like rooster, like cock-a-doodle-doo.
No, it's not. It's for dick, penis,
What?
cock.
Dude, this freaking South Carolina Gamecocks.
Okay. Yeah, because you went to South Carolina.
What? All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow night
What's happening?
and tomorrow afternoon on the radio. Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Bye, guys.